So I'm here today with Russell Malden and Susie Smith, here to talk about their latest Christmas musical, Breath of Heaven. Thank you again, guys, for coming out today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I would assume everybody sort of knows at this point, Breath of Heaven. You know, we're all basing this on the very, very famous Amy Grant song, which to me, we'll kind of start off right in the weeds here. To me, is a really interesting song to base what I think of a very choral kind of lots of people thing on, because it's so intimate and so personal. So walk me through a little bit, like why that decision? Like, why did you base it on this song to go that more intimate, personal route?
Well, that's a song that I've had on the radar for a long, long time. I was blessed years ago to do some Christmas tours with Amy Grant, and every night she would sing that song, and it would just bring 18,000 people to absolute silence. And it has such a profound lyric, and the melody is so charming, but it's not your typical ready to sing. So after years of wrestling with it and passing and wrestling and passing, finally we just said it's time to make this happen. So for the logistics of the song, I made it a solo only because it did have some meter changes. I ironed out some of that. But literally, if you just have one person who can sing this solo to get into that moment of the song, the text itself, you know, it is the musical. And it's interesting because we find that when we start to write a musical, the title pretty much tells us the big picture of it. You know, like if you have a 36-minute musical, which this is, each song of the 10 needs to do its function. But then you have to step back, like the 30,000-foot look at it, and make sure that it has ebbs and flows and stays interesting and has high points and real poignant moments, and can do basically over 35 minutes what a 4-minute song would do. So like when we did Silent Night, this is very similar to that, just the approach of what that song tells us. When we had Oh Holy Night, it was much more symphonic and huge. But this one particularly, to me it boils down to there's a part in the lyric where Mary, her hopelessness and her surrender increases by, she says, help me be strong, help me be, and then she just says, help me. That's the tenderness that we brought to every part of this musical.